These are the things I wish I knew before I became an artist. I wish I knew everyone would see my vision. And later on, I figured out it's okay. Creativity is not something that is truly understood by everyone. Motivate yourself and pick yourself up most of the time, because whenever a project doesn't succeed, you're going to beat yourself up and try to understand where did it go wrong and all that kind of stuff. So many factors and so many things. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What did you learn about self-doubt and comparison? Comparison really kills creativity, trying to compare yourself to someone. Because I remember when I started music, I was on and off before COVID. I wasn't really like fully in the music industry. I was just learning a lot of stuff. And there are a lot of people who started right after COVID that are a million times famous than I am. And they've done so many amazing things with their careers. As an artist, you end up like comparing yourself to them, like, okay, what is this person doing that I'm not doing? Or what are they doing better that I'm not doing? You try to use their formula sometimes and it doesn't work, because remember, their DNA and your DNA is not the same. That is also another thing that I've learned as an artist and as a creative. Let's go to the third question. What's something you wish you knew about consistency? Wow. It's funny because I was actually talking about this last week with some friends of mine who are also, trying to release their music. They are starting their music journey, and I told them consistency is very important. Because if you start something, right, you need the momentum. If you start a project, right, it's so oversaturated, and you start a trend, or maybe you release one song and you just stop, you'll be quickly forgotten. Like, quickly. Nobody would know your name. Nobody would know you even exist. You'll be like literally under a rock within a blink of an eye, just like this. So this is something that I can go for hours talking about, because consistency is very crucial. In anything that a person is doing, consistency is very important. And for you to be consistent, one of the main things that I will always repeat, setting clear goals. Like, let's say with the way things are going now, if you're an upcoming artist and you're just starting, you don't want to be starting with releasing an album or releasing a mixtape. You want to start with releasing maybe singles, right? So let's say you set a goal and you say, okay, I'm going to be releasing a single every month. You got to be consistent with that. Let's say you're going to say, okay, instead of releasing a single 1 month, I'm going to be releasing 2 singles. Maybe every Tuesday, every Wednesday, I'm going to be releasing singles with a video each and every, and you make sure you don't stop. I don't really think that kind of a person is a person that will be easy to compete with. You'll be unstoppable and untouchable, because you are doing things in a way that the algorithm would actually understand. Like, oh, wow, this person is releasing every Tuesday. Remember, the algorithm reads into these things. And even the people that are following you, even your content just starts popping up, because you become one of those content creators who are relentless. And maybe in between that, you want to be doing content for the song that you have actually released. You have released this song on Tuesday, content maybe on that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe you skip Friday, you do Saturday, and you do that same thing over and over and over and over. It can be tiring, it can be tiring. And it doesn't matter what label you are in. It doesn't matter what kind of powerhouse is backing you up. Things are just different these days for everyone, for every artist. No matter how big you are, you can easily flop. You can easily have a song that is flopped. That's why many people are using bots now. So many of them are not really having a lot of views, because a human mindset is like this. Okay, if they see that this song is done like 100,000 in less than, let's say, 6 hours or 7 hours, it's easy for them to click on that song and actually listen to it, because we like things that are already approved by others. We like it's a human mindset. It's something that we cannot actually do anything about. We love things that have already been approved by society. It's just the way it is. That's why many people are buying bots. They're buying numbers, so that when their actual fans or the people that don't know them see that, oh, they've actually been approve. They actually have numbers. The person is going to click there knowing that they are clicking on something that is actually valued by other people, you know. Let's get on to the next question. I actually stretched this out, in a crazy way. What's something about networking or people you didn't expect? What's something about networking or people that you didn't expect? Wow. This is also profound. This is so profound. Because let's say you have a circle of friends. You have like a friend that works at a certain record label. You have a certain friend who's like a marketing director somewhere. You have a salesperson. And we just have like these kinds of people who are in different sectors that can be beneficial for you as an artist. You actually be so ahead of many people, so I really recommend a society that empowers people that are up and coming, people that are starting something new. It's not going to be easy, meeting these kinds of people. It's always going to be a hassle because you are starting from the bottom. So I recommend just talking to people. Like me, I used to be so like this, I don't know, like to call them introverts or whatever, but I figured out that doesn't pay well. That doesn't benefit you in the long run. Trying to stay away from people, trying not to talk to people. You really have to talk to people. You really have to talk to people. You really have to reach out to people and actually have a conversation with them. It doesn't really matter if you are not in the same industry or whatever, but that person can turn out to be a fan. They can turn out to be someone who will be your biggest supporter, and you need these kinds of people around you. So just having general conversations with people can actually turn out to be the greatest thing that has ever happened to you as an artist. People can really change your life. They can really change your life in a negative and in a positive way. But I've realized that like so many people who have made it in life, they have this one person that they always thank, or a group of friends or whatever, but people can actually change your life. So I recommend not running away from people, especially if you're trying to create something that you want to be seen. You don't want to be hiding under a table. You want to open your mouth, You don't have to be like talkative or whatever, but just having conversations with people, I think it can help out in the long run. Thank you. This is Wise, and thank you for watching. Peace.